My dear friends, life is very interesting. When we are young, we run behind relationships. When we grow older, relationships start running behind us. But wisdom tells us to slow down and ask why. I often meet people who tell me, Prabhuji, age is just a number. I smile and say, yes, age is just a number, but maturity is not automatic. At 20, love is about excitement. At 30, love is about adjustment. At 40%, love is about responsibility. But after 50 and 60, love must be about peace, purpose, and purity of intention. Let me share 5 deep reasons, not from theory, but from what I have seen in life, people and myself. When we are young, chaos feels exciting. A little drama makes life feel alive. Missed calls feel romantic. Emotional ups and downs feel like passion. But as life moves forward, something inside us changes. The same things that once gave excitement now start taking energy away. After 50, the soul does not ask for thrill. It asks for tranquility. I have met many people in their 50s and 60s who are financially settled, respected in society, and experienced in life. Yet they tell me, Prabhuji, my mind is never at peace. When I ask why, the answer is rarely about money or health. Most of the time, it is about emotional complications, unnecessary expectations, misunderstandings, insecurity, or fear of judgment. A girlfriend at this stage often brings emotional layers that the heart no longer has the stamina to process. At this age, energy is precious. You don't recover as fast, physically or emotionally. What once felt manageable now feels exhausting. The mind says, why is life suddenly complicated again? In youth, we have time to recover from heartbreak. In later years, recovery is slower, and emotional stress directly affects health, blood pressure, sleep, digestion, and peace of mind. Doctors treat the body, but emotional unrest silently damages from within. Peace is not boredom. Peace is clarity. Peace is waking up without anxiety. Peace is enjoying silence without needing constant stimulation. After 50, peace becomes more valuable than popularity, more precious than passion. I've seen elders who chose simplicity over emotional entanglement. Their evenings are calm, their conversations are meaningful, their laughter is effortless. And I've also seen those who tried to relive youth emotionally. They were constantly explaining, hiding, defending, and worrying. Krishna says in the Gita that the wise person is one whose mind is undisturbed in sorrow and pleasure alike. After 50, life gives enough unavoidable challenges: health, aging parents, children's responsibilities. Why add optional chaos? At this age, the heart deserves rest, not rehearsal for drama. Peace is not loneliness. It is freedom from unnecessary noise. And freedom, my dear friends, is the highest luxury of later life. Many people confuse love with validation. They say they want companionship, but deep inside, they want reassurance. I am still attractive. I still matter. I am not invisible yet. This need is very human, but after 50, it becomes dangerous if unchecked. Validation is like sugar. Instant energy, long-term damage. It feels good when someone praises you, admires you, desires you. But the moment that attention reduces, insecurity increases. Now you are dependent, not connected. I have seen highly accomplished people, leaders, business owners, professionals, who lost inner dignity because they started seeking approval externally instead of anchoring self-worth internally. When self-respect is strong, you don't need constant reminders of your value. After 50, life has already given you evidence of who you are, your struggles, sacrifices, lessons, achievements. If that is not enough to make you feel worthy, no romantic attention ever will. Self-respect means being comfortable with who you are, not who you are trying to impress. A relationship driven by validation slowly eats away dignity. You start adjusting your values, hiding truths, overgiving emotionally, all to keep someone interested. I have met elders who walk alone but with confidence. Their eyes reflect peace. They don't need anyone to tell them they matter. They know it. And I have met others surrounded by people yet insecure inside. True maturity is when you stop outsourcing your worth. After 50, the goal is not to be desired, it is to be aligned. Alignment with your conscience, values, and purpose. Remember, admiration fades, attention shifts, but self-respect stays. And the one relationship that must never break, especially in later years, is the one you have with yourself. Every stage of life carries a responsibility, a dharma. Youth is about building. Middle age is about providing. Later life is about guiding and giving wisdom. When we confuse these stages, imbalance enters quietly. After 50, people around you, children, younger relatives, students, society, don't look at you for romance inspiration. They look at you for stability, guidance, and emotional safety. Your actions speak louder than your intentions. I have seen families where trust was shaken not because of immorality, but because of misunderstanding and emotional confusion. Even when intentions were pure, consequences were painful. Relationships at this age rarely affect only two people. They ripple across families. In Indian culture especially, elders are emotional pillars. When that pillar shakes, the structure above feels unsafe. Children may not say it openly, but confusion, hurt, and disappointment settle silently. This is not about fear of society, this is about responsibility. When you are young, mistakes affect you. When you are older, mistakes affect many. Krishna teaches that detachment is not abandonment, it is wisdom. After 50, emotional restraint becomes strength, not suppression. Choosing not to complicate life is an act of love toward your family. Guiding the next generation requires moral authority. That authority weakens when life choices raise questions instead of confidence. Dharma protects peace, not just yours, but everyone connected to you. Loneliness is feeling incomplete. Aloneness is feeling whole. After 50, the heart seeks depth, not intensity. It seeks understanding, not excitement. Romantic attachment demands emotional maintenance, expectations, reassurance, time, explanations. Companionship, on the other hand, offers presence without pressure. I have seen elders flourish in friendships, spiritual groups, morning walks, community service, shared silence. These connections nourish without draining. Romance often demands exclusivity. Companionship allows expansion. Romance asks, am I your priority? Companionship asks, are you at peace? After 50, peace matters more than possession. You don't need someone to complete you. You need someone who doesn't disturb your completeness. True companionship respects space, honors individuality, and grows naturally. Romantic attachment at this stage often brings insecurity disguised as affection. Wisdom is choosing what supports inner growth. After 50, relationships should add lightness, not weight. As the body ages, the soul becomes more vocal. It starts asking deeper questions. What truly matters? What will remain? What am I carrying unnecessarily? After 50 and 60, life subtly shifts focus from accumulation to release. Not everyone hears this call, but those who do experience deep peace. New emotional attachments tighten knots when the soul is trying to loosen them. This phase is meant for reflection, service, gratitude, and spiritual clarity. I have seen people who use this time for devotion, mentoring, and inner growth. Their eyes shine differently. Their presence calms others. And I have seen those who chased youth emotionally. They remained restless, afraid of aging, afraid of silence. Youth belongs to the body. Wisdom belongs to letting go. The final years are not meant to prove you are still young. They are meant to prove you have grown.